Everyone, welcome to the show. So, I wanted to share some details about things that happened at the No Kings protests over the weekend. I'm sure you guys have seen my video that I put out of just different aerial shots and people taking videos on the ground. But this video is a little different because once again, Donald Trump supporters had to get violent. They just couldn't leave well enough alone, couldn't allow people to just protest peacefully. So I'm going to get into all that. I have some really interesting videos to share with you. Also, I wanted to share early estimates are that there were over 7 million people who took part in this. That's 2 million more than how many took part in the last No Kings protest, which was just in June. So hopefully that continues to grow. 18 other countries also held No Kings protests. So I saw videos and photos from Canada. There was London, Spain, Brussels, France. So bunch of different countries. Canada had a hysterical video where they had everyone flipping off the U.S. consulate, I think it was, and saying F Trump. So that was fun. Also, in Pittsburgh, they had a reported 40,000 people plus. They said that that was 5 times larger than the protest in June. Portland, Oregon saw another 40,000, estimated 10,000 in Ohio, which is very unusual. So here's a video. This is what one organizer told the Bulwark. And keep in mind, this organizer is from a very small area, I believe in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. So check out what he had to say.
So you're one of the organizers of this particular No Kings protest, is that right?
I'm Mike Sarahan. I'm one of the co-founders of Indivisible of Franconia.
Okay, right on. Are you happy with the turnout so far today?
It's beyond everything we expected. We had, at our first No Kings event, we had 400 people show up. We counted about 800 at this one. We were expecting maybe 500, so this has just been fantastic.
Wow, yeah.
And it's all local people, too. It's just, we've kind of tapped the vein of local folks who want to get involved.
So, yeah, I mean, double the amount of people since June in a very tiny area. The MAGA cope has been hysterical. On one hand, you know, they were saying, oh, these No Kings rallies are all funded by George Soros. These people are all paid, blah, blah, blah. You know, they don't believe that we actually hate Donald Trump for free. But then now they're saying, oh, you know, they were a fail. Nobody showed up. They were so tiny. Which is it, right? I mean, does George Soros just not pay very well? Is that what they're saying? And then check out this post and then the response from Elon Musk's AI chatbot, which is Grok. So let me see if I can find this post for you guys. So this person asked, is this AI generated? So this is a photo, an aerial photo of Illinois. This was the No Kings protest just in Chicago, Illinois. I'm sure they had other smaller, you know, subsets of the No Kings protest, but this was in Chicago, Illinois, which right now, as we all know, is like ground zero for what's going on with ICE. So that person asked that question, and then Grok responded, no, the video isn't AI generated. It's authentic footage from today's No Kings protest in Chicago's Grant Park, where thousands rallied against Trump administration policies like ICE actions. Local reports like BG on the Scene captured similar live scenes, and outlets including CNN, NBC, and Chicago Tribune confirmed the event's scale and chance. And then it explained like how you can tell an AI image from a real one. Anyway, so these people are just not believing that a ton of people are coming out against Trump. I mean, they honestly think that they are the majority, even though he didn't even win a majority in the election. So, and there were so many comments, so many MAGA people just seething on Twitter. They think if they just keep repeating the lie that these protests were a failure, it's somehow going to make it true. It is just hashtag sad in all caps. So, MAGA is trying to convince everyone, oh, it's just Democrats. It's all the libs. They're all just out there crying, Trump is still your president, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not exactly true. These protests are starting to bring out more and more Republicans and more independents who are pissed off about what's going on. So check this out. This next video I'm going to share with you, this was a reporter at a Texas No Kings protest. And here's what she had to say about who she spoke with at these events. Let me see if I can find it.
Some of what we have heard from protesters so far is that they want to share that they are not being paid to be here. Again, this was independently put on by the people of Plano. Another thing that we have been told is that there is a mixed bag of party affiliations here. We've talked to people who are Democrats, talked to people who are Republicans, but not necessarily proud of their party right now. We have talked to Jews, we've talked to Arabs, we have talked to the children of war veterans, we have talked to veterans, we've talked to preachers, to church groups, and everyone here, again, just sharing the same peaceful message of wanting a fair and free democracy and just not feeling like that is what they're getting right now, Morgan.
Yeah. What do you know? So Republicans in Texas coming out to protest. Yeah. And then the protests were completely peaceful. Like as far as the No Kings protesters go, they were totally peaceful. And then MAGA showed up at a few locations. So far, I've been able to find 4 different stories about MAGA violence. So first up, I have this I have this story to share with you. This is a MAGA maniac. Let me see if I can find her photo for you. She's something. So here she is. This is 59-year-old Mary Moriarty, I think is how you pronounce it. She was arrested in South Carolina. The police actually saw her brandishing a gun. So she was driving by the protesters in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, brandishing a gun. The police busted her. And according to an ABC affiliate, Moriarty has been charged with pointing and presenting a firearm. This next MAGA lunatic that I have to share with you was taken into custody for the same crime, for also brandishing a weapon. Actually, I think he pointed it at
appeared to be
people.
peaceful. There was a bit of commotion in Wilkes-Barre. Witnesses claim a man in a Jeep with Trump flags pointed a gun. 2822 News has not been able to confirm that information. Police frisked the man before taking him into custody. They also impounded the Jeep he was driving.
Yeah, so that man that you saw them taking into custody, that was 52-year-old Michael Kollerick. He lives in Scranton, Pennsylvania. He showed up with 2 loaded guns. And one witness told the local news outlet, quote, "I saw somebody pulling the gun out of the Jeep and pointing it at people going by." Now, luckily, protesters got everything on video. They gave it to the police. The report said that the police report said that Kollerick, I think is his name, he had 1 gun in his waistband. He had another in the center console of his car. And that was when the police took him into custody. So he had put the gun back after he was waving it, pointing it at people, allegedly. And one of the protesters posted this next video that you're going to see of his Jeep being towed. So keep in mind, I removed the sound because there was a song in there. I didn't want to get hit with a copyright infringement like I did yesterday. So you're not going to hear any sound, but you're going to see his car getting towed. And I should point out, as this is playing, guys, the people who were there were singing "Na na na na, hey hey hey, goodbye." So, yeah. Anyway, Kolarek has been charged. He has been charged with a bunch of crimes: terroristic threats, recklessly endangering another person, simple assault, and disorderly conduct. And yet, he's out on bond. They already let him out of jail. There was also an incident in Kent, Ohio. There was a surprisingly large rally in Ohio. And I say surprisingly because, as you guys know, it's become a pretty solid red state. So this one also involved a gun, but it started with a very typical MAGA man move. So this guy went up, he shoved a woman from behind. And let me see, I have the story here. So as you can see in this photo, a bunch of men who were there protesting pinned this guy to the ground when they found out that he had a gun. So the man that you see in this photo who's looking up at the camera, that is city council member Jeff Clapper. And Clapper told the Akron Beacon Journal that he had arrived at the protest right as this man was pushing her. So he saw the whole thing. He didn't know why, but he saw her being pushed. And he said, quote, "I have no idea what led up to it, but I wasn't going to let it stand. So I grabbed him and forced him to the ground. Then I heard he had a gun, so we restrained him." So no word yet on his alleged or potential charges. I haven't been able to locate his name or any other details, but if I find out, I'll let you know. Next up, we have another hit and run. So during the last No Kings protest in June, there was a hit and run here where I live in Southern California, perpetrated, of course, by a MAGA man. Well, now the same thing has happened in Ohio. So check this out. The police said, or actually, let me mention what the witnesses said first. So according to the witnesses, they were saying this man drove his white truck up on the sidewalk, slammed into a guardrail, and there was a 53-year-old woman sitting directly behind that guardrail. So she was injured. She was taken to the hospital. You can see her there on your screen. They have her laying down on the ground. I couldn't find any details about whether she was hit by the truck or if she was hit with the guardrail, but witnesses said they think that her leg was broken. So evidently the truck had driven off. You know, I guess people started screaming as soon as they saw it happen. Truck drives off. People chased after it. Luckily, they were able to get photos of his license plate. So they called 911. Police came, took down, all the information. As you see here, there were paramedics. They called the fire department as well. Paramedics came, attended to her and her injuries. And then apparently the police, what they're saying is they arrested this guy at his house. Unfortunately, like the last guy, they haven't released any information, so I don't know his name, don't know, much of anything about him other than he lives in this same area. He apparently does live in Jackson Township. So when and if I hear more, I'll let you know on that. So this Ohio protest, this also included some Republican voters. So there's a local news outlet, it's called The Repository. They spoke with some of the attendees and they wrote, quote, "First-time protesters Jeff and Robin Huss came over from, I think it's Massillon. I think it's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Anyway, they went on to say, he's a Republican, she's an independent. I'm seeing a fascist regime. I'm not thrilled for the future of my children and grandchildren," Robin Huss said. "If we don't stand up, who will?" Jeff Huss recalled casting his first presidential vote for Ronald Reagan. "I'm very disappointed, heartbroken," he said of his party. So, yeah, again, this is not just Democrats. It is not just the left who is pissed off about Trump and what all he's doing right now. Out here in California, I'm going to show you a video of this guy. He got out of his truck. Let me see if I can find what I did with his. So this guy gets out of his truck, starts yelling at the protesters. He flips them off. So check this out.
How about don't disrespect my
I mean, what's the point of that? Right? And that was in Huntington Beach, California, otherwise known as the Florida of California. I just don't get it. I just don't get, like, what is your point? You got to get out of your vehicle to go yell at people and flip them off. Because why? Because they hurt your little feelings? Because because they are saying mean things about your cult leader? Like, grow the fuck up. And speaking of which, like, how immature, how weak and pathetic do you have to be, and so deep in the cult, that you find yourself compelled to go attend a protest from the other side and take a weapon or run people over? I mean, this is the group that said facts don't care about your feelings and fuck your feelings, Trump 2020, right? But yet, apparently, their feelings get really hurt really easily. They cannot handle anyone having a different opinion or disliking Trump. Like, they take it so personally. It's ridiculous. I didn't give a shit when they were talking smack about Biden. I don't care. I don't own him. He's not my issue, right? Like, I didn't make him. He didn't come out of my womb. Anyway, absolutely insane. This next guy, I have to admit, I laughed. He got hurt, but I laughed because he was an asshole, and he found out in real time that karma is a bitch. So check this out. This happened, I think, in Portland, Oregon, by the way.
Let's go ice! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! Yeah, fuck you! Ride your bike, you fucking. Go get a job. Yeah. Go get a loser, fucking loser. You fucked around and you found out! Oh, loser! You guys are gonna get your ass beat if you don't quit. I'm serious.
Hey, get your buddy. Get your buddy.
Back up, man. You ran into me. What the fuck?
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Trip his ass. Trip his ass. Fuck you. Fuck Trump, pussy. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. You, dude. What are you doing? Get out of here. They're violent right now. Dude, get fucked up. Get out of here. I don't know where they are. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm sorry for that. You need to go. I don't want you to get hurt more than you are. I don't know where they are.
That went well for him, didn't it? I mean, quintessential MAGA man right there. Immature, loudmouth, right? Probably loves the Constitution or claims to. And then, can't just allow others to peacefully protest. Has to be an asshole. Has to use homophobic slurs against people. Like, what a jerk off. Seriously. You can tell, like I've said so many times before, you can just tell who supports Trump. All they have to do is open their mouth and you go, oh, yeah, you're a Trump supporter. Yeah, I could tell. You had douchebag written all over you. Anyway, speaking of immature, loudmouth douchebags who disrespect our Constitution, have you guys seen the AI video that Trump posted? So he reposted it. He didn't create it, but one of his insecure incels made a video of Donald Trump flying over the protest, dropping feces on No Kings protesters. So I'm not going to play the video because I don't want it to get any more airtime. And also, apparently, they used Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone song, and he's not too happy about that. I thought I had a graphic for you guys for that one. Oh, here it is. So this is Trump's post. Like I said, I'm not going to play it, but as you can see here, the fake fighter jet says King Trump on it. And yeah, he's dumping feces on people. I mean, this is who we have as a president now. We have a dementia-riddled man, and I use the word man loosely, with the maturity and sense of humor of a 13-year-old boy. And you have his supporters making these videos and him sharing them, the president of the entire United States, showing his disdain for those of us who disagree with him, those of us on the left. Imagine the absolute freak out, meltdown, head explosions that would happen over on Fear News Network if any Democratic president, if Joe Biden had posted a video like this of him shitting on Republican voters. They would never in a million years shut up about it. But yet they're all laughing about this. They think that it's just hysterical. So I cannot wait for the next Democrat to get in office, and it better be someone who has a pair of ovaries. And I don't mean physically, literally, like it has to be a woman. I just mean they better have a pair. They better have a freaking backbone, and they better use it. They better appoint an attorney general who is going to crack skulls and crack kneecaps. I don't want to see another Merrick Garland, mamby-pamby, middle of the road, wishy-washy. Oh, we can't. We have to put things back to the way they used to be, and we have to play fair. We have to play nice, and we have to follow the rules. Fuck that. Fuck that. No. We sweep the leg. We do whatever the hell we have to right the ship. These people need to be in prison. Kristi Noem needs to be in prison. Stephen Miller needs to be in prison. Everybody in Trump's orbit who committed crimes, and that is what they're doing. They are violating the Constitution. They are committing crimes. They need to be behind bars for the rest of their freaking lives. So the next president better belly up to the bar. They better have a pair, like I said, and they better do what we want them to do. No more of this bullshit of this milquetoast, we're going to follow the rules and we're going to do everything right, and we have to, have order and peace and follow, historical norms and blah, blah. Bullshit. No, done with that. Fucking done with it. So if they're not going to do that, then I will never in my lifetime will I vote for another Democrat. If we don't have someone who steps up to the plate and agrees to do these things, agrees to hold these people accountable, and I'm not talking about 2 years down the road, like what Merrick Garland did, appointing Jack Smith, not dragging it out, going after the foot soldiers. No, I want heads on stakes, day fucking one. That is the only thing that is acceptable at this point. With what is going on now, with how Donald Trump has completely taken over this entire country with this fascist authoritarian bullshit, violating norms, violating laws, violating the Constitution. Unless we have heads on stakes on day one, I will never vote for another Democrat. So they need to get their shit together, because I will scream it from the rooftops and I will convince other people to do the same. So they better figure it out. They better put up a candidate who's legitimate, who actually is someone with a backbone, who's not afraid to play hardball. Anyway, guys, and no, it's not Gavin Newsom. The guy can meme, great, funny memes, but no, when it comes down to it, Gavin Newsom is owned and controlled by wealthy donors just as much as Donald Trump is. Trust me, I live in California. I've seen it firsthand. So we need to find someone else. All right, guys, that is it for today, but I will have more for you. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.